Shortly before dawn here in Caracas, there was a major explosion in the western part of the city. That was because a transformer, it seemed, had a surge of power which it couldn't cope with and exploded. Now, this is a result of what the government here, the authorities, are attempting to do, and that is try and make sure that the capital at least has power after a 75-hour power cut, the longest this nation has ever seen. Now, we're also seeing a secondary problem that is emerging here in Caracas and around the country, and that is a very severe water crisis. Venezuela's long had problems supplying water to its residents, but this has got much more serious in the last few hours. And as an example of that, in the western part of the capital, Caracas, we saw people attempting to get drinking water from a river that runs through that area, a highly polluted river, I should say. So that does raise the possibility of a further public health crisis here. Now, as you can imagine, the government, of course, is saying it's doing its best to try and solve this problem, but there are residents of this city that are extremely unhappy.
Vamos a seguir en esto.
How long are we going to continue like this? The government does not want to accept that it's their fault because they have to carry out maintenance, and for years they have not done this.
I'm a single working mother with 2 children, a girl and a boy. Just imagine, everything is chaotic. There's no transportation, bad services, we don't have water, we don't have electricity.
This is also having a wider effect on the Venezuelan economy, an economy that's already in trouble. We understand that the main port from which Venezuelan oil is exported, oil being the really only significant export of Venezuela, that main port has been shut down for at least 4 days because of the power outages. And also in the last 24 hours, the US has imposed what are in effect secondary sanctions, specifically on a Russian bank that has been dealing with the Venezuelan state oil company. So plenty of pressure coming from many sides on President Maduro. Stephen Gibbs, CGTN, Caracas.